Hello and welcome back to the Can You Beat Pokemon series. By popular demand, I was originally going to do this challenge with Pikachu, but as I'm sure you read from the title, that's not happening anymore. Instead, I decided to go with Pikachu's pre-evolution, Pichu. It's like Pikachu, only weaker, paper-thin defenses, and slower. So why am I doing this? Because I hate myself and I need to be punished. If you watch my other videos in this series, I'm sure you know the rules by now, but I'm sure I'll still get comments about it. So I'll quickly run through the rules I set for myself. No items in battle, besides held items. Pichu is the only Pokemon I can use in battle, and any HM slaves that I need will remain knocked out in the party. And seeing as the only HM Pichu can learn is Flash, I'm gonna need that rule. So, to answer your question, no, you can't only beat this game with Pichu. For those of you super anal about the rules, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And for those of you a little bit more lenient about the rules, let's continue on. One last rule, no cheats or glitches, besides the one where I changed my starter from level 5 Totodile to a level 5 Pichu. Now hopefully this will stop comments from people saying it's easy with items, but since this is YouTube, probably not. Alright, you all ready for this? Quickly running through the early parts of the game, I grab the egg Professor Elm, battle my rival, and grind up to level 11, where I learn the last move Pichu can learn via level up, Sweet Kiss. Yep, Pichu's move pool is abysmal. For stab, I'll have to rely on Thunder Shock until I get to Goldenrod, where I can get the TM for Thunder at the game corner. And to answer your question, no. Thunderbolt isn't a TM in this gen. You can only learn it via Move Tutor at the Battle Tower, which I can't do because the only Pokemon I can use in battle is Pichu, so those are really my only two options for stab. Thankfully, I have the type advantage against Falkner. His Pidgey is nothing to worry about as it goes down in one shot, but I was worried about his Pidgeotto. It knows Mud Slap, and while it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, despite being the most fragile Pokemon in the game, it does lower my accuracy. Luck was on my side, however, and I take it out with 2 Thunder Shocks. With that, I get the first gym badge and the TM for Mud Slap, which I will need to hit ground types. For now. After using Team Rocket to grind up my level a little bit, I test my luck against my rival. His Gasoline Zubat aren't an issue. Bayleaf, on the other hand, is a pain in the butt. The only 2 attacking moves I have are not very effective against it. I have to rely on Sweet Kiss and Thunder Wave working enough where I can wear it down with confusion. My first few attempts don't go very well, even after attaching a Poison Cure Berry to Pichu. I decide to put my rival on hold and challenge Bugsy. Metapod is no problem at all. The only thing I have to worry about with his Kakuna is being poisoned, which thankfully doesn't happen. As for his ace Scyther, I have the type advantage yet again, and take it out with 2 Thunder Shocks. With my second badge in hand, I challenge my rival once more. This time, I get all the luck I need. I was so lucky in fact, I didn't even need to use my berry. I rush through the Helix Forest, talk to this guy with green hair, and get the TM for Headbutt. Now I can hit just about anything from neutral damage. I was planning on going to the game corner and grab the TM for Thunder as well, but seeing as how many coins need to get it, I decided to pass on it for now and save up my money. Now it's on to Whitney. Clefairy is not a problem. It uses Metronome to get hidden power. But thankfully, it wasn't hidden power ground, so I'm good. As for Miltank, I cannot believe the luck I got. Since my Pichu is female, it can't use Attract on me. I use Thunder Wave, which thankfully paralyzes her. Then I get a flinch from Headbutt, and 2 more Headbutts later, I take up Miltank, grab my 3rd badge, and the TM for Attract, which may come in handy later. I'll explain later if I need to. En route to my next destination, I easily take up my rival thanks to some luck with RNG. I awaken the legendary beasts and challenge Morty. Thankfully, Levitate isn't a thing in this gen, so attack with Mud Slap. Ghastly barely hangs on and uses Curse to take itself out, and puts a curse on me. Haunter's out next. He goes down after 2 mud slaps, but not before getting my health down to under half thanks to Curse and Nightshade. Gengar is out next. It tries Hypnosis, but misses. And Mudslap looks like it'll be a 3-hit KO, but sadly, I don't get that far, as after 2 mud slaps, Gengar takes me out with Shadow Ball. On my next attempt, I take out Gastly in one shot, and Haunter goes down 1 hit as well thanks to a critical hit. Gengar comes out, puts me to sleep, and starts spamming Dream Eater. The first one hits for decent damage, but Lord Arceus must have been looking down on me, as the next 3 attacks miss. Sadly, I am still asleep. He hits 1 more Dream Eater on me. I wake up and take out Gengar. Morty's next Haunter gets my HP pretty low, but I managed to hang in there and shockingly beat him. I conquer the lighthouse and beeline for Cinnawood to face Chuck. Between the level gap between us and type advantage, I easily take him out. Yeah, the early part of this game is fairly easy. Now on to Jasmine. It's kinda sad that despite the huge gap between my Pichu and her Magnemite, I couldn't take it on 1 hit despite it being 4 times weak to ground type attacks. I guess you can chalk that up to Mudslap only be a base power of 20. Her Magnemites do go down easily enough. One of them tried to paralyze me, but I came prepared with a Paralyzed Cure Berry. Steelix comes out and this battle turns to a marathon. Mudslap does next to nothing to it thanks in part to my pitiful attack stat, and Steelix's rock hard, steel hard defenses. On the plus side, thanks to the accuracy drop, Iron Tail only hits me once, and Jasmine Steelix doesn't know any ground type moves. She uses a Hyper Potion once her Steelix is down to about half health. Weird. And once I run out of PP for Mudslap, I have to resort to using Headbutt. Thanks to misses, flinches, and I'm sure a concussion on Pichu's part, I beat Jasmine and get my 6th gym badge. Before I get my 7th badge, I've got some rocket grunts to take care of. Nothing to really note here, unsurprisingly. They're super easy and only serve to level me up a bit. Price, as I'm sure you can imagine, isn't a problem. The biggest issue is this Piloswine, but much like Jasmine Steelix, it too doesn't know a ground type move, despite it being part ground. All these Johto playthroughs made me realize how much the game holds your hand during the Johto region, an issue I'm aware of that is fixed in the Generation 4 remakes. But those are for a future date. With me, a 10-year-old boy, tasked with the mission of spanning Team Rocket yet again, I run to my biggest obstacle to date, my rival. Most of his Pokemon go down in 2 hits, except for his Meganium. Say what you will about the Chikorita line, but it is a tank, as I'm sure you know if you watched my solo run with Chikorita. Link in the description. It's much more useful than one might think in Gen 2. Between Meganium's bulk, Poison Powder, and Curse from Haunter, this battle does take me a few tries, but with some dumb luck, I do eventually get past him. Fully evolved Pokemon are gonna be a problem. With Team Rocket out of the way, it's on the Blackthorn City where I meet Claire. I was able to take out her 3 Dragonairs without taking any damage, thanks to consistent flinches from Headbutt. When Kingdra comes out, I once again get a flinch, but it does get through the second one. Dragon Breath hits me for decent damage, but with 1 more Headbutt, I take her Kingdra out of action. I beat Claire on my first try without consuming my Poison Cure Berry that I equipped. You know, just in case. Before I do anything else, I waste all my money in the coins at the game corner and grab the TM for Thunder. Thundershock got me this far, but it won't be enough for the rest of the game. Thunder isn't the most reliable move, but it's the only other electric move Pichu can learn through TM. Heading to the Indigo Plateau, I run into my rival once more, and Power Creep is definitely catching up. Sneasel is no issue. Magneton will always go for Thunder Wave, if it hits. As you can see here, there's a lot of full paralysis, and a lot of misses. I do eventually take it out, and Haunter goes on after 2 mud slaps. Kadabra goes down 1 shot, but not before setting up Future Sight. And this Meganium is why I had so many problems. It almost always goes for Reflect. Body Slam can paralyze me if Magneton doesn't, or if I already use my berry. On this attempt, it's a combination of Curse and Future Sight that takes me out. Sometimes, I don't even make it to my rival starter, often falling to Haunter. After a while, Haunter does become a problem. Thankfully, Thunder hits Meganium, and Golbat goes down in one shot. As you can see from my level, I was at this battle for a while. Loaded up, I hit the Elite Four. I was debating grinding to level 100, but I want to see if I can beat the Elite Four without having to resort to that. What do you think? I'm at level 75 right now. Alright folks, here we go. Starting with Will, Xatu goes down in one hit, assuming Thunder hits. Shanks also goes down easy. Executor sets up Reflect, but goes down after 2 hits. Sadly, Will's next Xatu confuses me. In between misses and confusion, I lose on my first attempt. On my next attempt, I take it out before it can confuse me. Actually, I defeat Will without taking a hit on my second time through. Koga is annoying, but he can't hit me very hard. The worst thing that happens to me is being poisoned by Muck. Other than that, Koga isn't a challenge. Bruno, on the other hand, is a problem. His first Pokemon is Hitmontop, and it knows Dig. And if I get past that, his Onix knows Earthquake and Sandstorm. As you can imagine, it hits my frail friend for serious damage. But I do get past it. But not before I gain my HP into the danger zone. Hitmonlee goes down in one shot, if I'm lucky enough to hit it, but his Hitmonchan knows Mach Punch. I barely live it. But a Thunder misses, and the second Mach Punch takes me out. After a few tries and a lucky hit, I take out Hitmonchan, but go down to his Machamp after a Cross Chop. Eventually, after much grinding, I am able to take it down, but now I need a PP restore for Thunder. Karen rounds off the Elite Four. Umbreon doesn't know any powerful moves, but it does hit me with Sand Attack. Vileplume goes down after 2 headbutts, and I managed to take down Gengar in 2 attacks, thanks to it using Curse again. A running theme in this playthrough. Houndoom is out next, and now it's a race against the clock. Mudslap does more than I thought it would, but on my second attack, I miss. At this point, I don't need a crit to take no damage from Curse. And that's exactly what happens. Murkrow is our final Pokemon, and I can easily take it out with Thunder. Or I could take a chance with Headbutt, and hope it goes down in one shot. I go for Thunder to be safe, and I miss. Curse takes me out. A couple of tries later, I decide to play it safe and go for Headbutt, which thankfully takes it out before Curse could take me out. Last up is Lance, and... oh forgot to heal. Well, I won't be making that mistake again. Back to Lance. For realsies. Gyarados goes down easy. His first Dragonite goes down after 2 hits, but paralyzes me as he goes down. When his third Dragonite comes out, I miss my first attack, and a crit from Hyper Beam takes me out. My next attempt, things go a bit smoother, and after reaching level 100, we seem to be on even playing ground. Luck was on my side as well, as most of my Thunders obliterate his dragons, and whatever the hell Aerodactyl is. Thanks to Thunder cooperating with me for once, I once again claim my rightful place as champion. On to Kanto. And there's nothing really to note here again. I head to Celadon, grab some leftovers, and the TM for Double Team, in case of emergency. As for the gym leaders, they all go down easy. Except for Blue. His Pidgeot eats Thunder, and it doesn't go down well. Actually, it takes it out. But his next Pokemon, Rhydon, is a huge problem. Mudslap does next to nothing, An earthquake nearly takes me out. 2 hits from that, even with leftovers, and I'm a goner. What's worse, he'll switch out if I drop his accuracy too much. To Gyarados. Odd choice, but I'm guessing he's assuming I'll use a ground type move which has no effect on it. In hindsight, he's not wrong, but I'll just take it on my next turn. When Rhydon comes back in, it takes me out with Earthquake. I spent almost 2 hours just trying to get past this thing. I had a backup strategy, Mudslap continued to be ineffective, but it was a last resort strategy that was very luck reliant, and I didn't want to use it unless absolutely necessary. And luckily, I didn't have to resort to it. Yet. As after a lucky critical hit and a switch in, I finally take out Rhydon. The only other Pokemon I had to worry about was Arcanine. I was leech seeded by Executor, canceling my leftover recovery. I was worried for a minute I had to spend yet another 2 hours with Rhydon, but thanks to some flinches from Headbutt, I put that fear to rest and take out Arcanine. Alright, you all know what's next. Let's get to Mount Moon and finish this. Pikachu can actually take a hit this time. Then again, look who he's up against. The only thing I need to watch out for is Charm, which will lower my attack by 2 stages. Even worse, Espeon will out Reflect. On the plus side, Reflect does eventually wear off. Charm doesn't. If I get charmed, I don't even bother trying. The real issue comes with Snorlax, as this battle turns to a PP war. Not to mention, I can barely take a hit from it. 2 body slams, and I'm done. So I hit Thunder Wave to paralyze it, Mudslap towards accuracy, and Headbutt to cause flinching. It does work. Kinda. Until it gets past all that and uses Rest. I get lucky and take it out, but not before paralyzing me. Sadly, nothing can prepare me for Venusaur. An unfortunate paralysis and a crit from Solar Beam takes me out. And that's a pattern for my next dozen or so attempts. I opt to teach my Pichu Attract. Going with Snorlax with the same strategy I had before, but instead of paralysis, I make a Snorlax fall in love with me, and takes more than a nap to rest that off. With love in the air and a lot of luck, I take down Snorlax, and I get crit by Solar Beam again. Next time around, I avoid the crit and take out Venusaur. Thunder takes out Blastoise in 1 hit, however, Thunder misses Charizard and hits me with Flamethrower. I somehow manage to live it and take down Charizard with Thunder. And that's it. I defeated Pokemon Crystal only using Pichu in battle. This was a battle. No pun intended. And by far the hardest challenge I've done so far. As for the hardest battle, it's hard to say. I had very little to hit Rhydon with, and I felt like I needed the accuracy drop, and I don't think Iron Tail would have gotten the job done. Snorlax's overall bulk, however, was a pain. Both battles required a ton of luck, but I think I give the slight edge to Red, as I had a bit more to worry about. With Blue, once I got past Rhydon, it wasn't too bad. So, did you think I'd make it to the end? Let me know down in the comments. If you liked what you saw and helped me grow this channel, then throw me a like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow Pokemon fans. And with all that being said, I just want to thank you all again for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.